Good evening from Kumasi. How are you? Let me know in the comments how you are doing. Those who are watching, those who have joined me live already, let me know how you're doing. Let me know who is watching and how you're doing. My name is Amma Duncan. I am a corporate trainer, business coach, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. And I have this show on Tuesdays now at 9 p.m. GMT where I talk about business. I call it Mind Your Business because, first of all, I love business. I feel and I know I have seen with my own eyes and experiences how business or running your own business, even if you have a full time employment or if you are a full time employee, even if you are, how a business can be a game changer, bring you multiple streams of income and all that. So I run this or I do this show in my corner, in my home, or wherever it is that I am, and I get to talk about business. And so today I am bringing it to you live. Hi, Mami Otua. Mami Otua says she's doing well. Thank you for joining. Beautiful profile picture. And Marceline, hi. How are you? My fit lady. Marceline is a very fit lady. So thank you. Usually I do this on Instagram and Facebook, but after battling a lot with lighting and all these issues, I have threatened my technical guy that if he doesn't come here and fix it for me, I am going to quit. So for now, we've decided I should just do Facebook for now. Even with that, I mean, this evening we've had issues with the internet, but I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to come live. I really hope you can hear me smoothly and cleanly. Thank you, Mami Otua. Mami says she loves my earrings. Thank you. Pat Ella, hey, I'm doing great as well. Precious, I hope you're well. Minister Gloria is in the house. Thank you. I'm looking lovely here. I'm feeling lovely too. I've told myself that this internet is not going to ruin my life. I am doing this. So I'm using two of the major networks we have in Ghana. Both of them are doing me skills, but it is well. Okay, good. So thank you for letting me know, ladies. Today's topic is how to identify a business idea. So this has become necessary because I've had a number of you reaching out to me and asking. I mean, the common questions I have are, how do I start a business? Or if I have this amount, what can I do with it? Or how do I even know which business to start? And also for the next 3 weeks or so, I think, 3 weeks, I'm going to be talking about the beginning phases, how to identify what to do when you have a few ideas and you don't know which one to choose and all that. So I'm starting today with how to identify a business idea. But before that, let me just introduce myself properly for the sake of those who are new to me, like this bald-headed girl. My hair is growing small, but I'm actually quite bald. Next week, when you see me, you'll see that I'm bald. So let me just tell you a bit about myself to give you a background of this particular show. I am a corporate trainer. I am a business coach. I help new women in business to plan, execute, and achieve their business goals. That's what I do as a business coach. I also do a lot of different trainings for different organizations. I've worked for some of the biggest companies in Ghana, running trainings and doing various consultancies and all that for them. My website, amaduncan.com, when you go, you actually see a few of the people I've worked with or companies I've worked with. So the Fabulous Woman Network was created to celebrate, develop, and inspire women. And that's what we've been doing for almost 7 years. In in a few months, or maybe in 1 month actually, yeah, April 16, we are going to be 7 years. I can't believe it. The time just keeps running. If it had been a baby, the baby would be almost 7 years now, so we wouldn't call him or her a baby. And I didn't start out as like I knew I wanted to be a business coach or whatever. No, none of the above. I always thought I was going to have my full-time employment, work for someone, receive my salary at the end of the month, and all will be happy and well in my life. That's what happened until at a point I decided I wanted to focus on running my own business. Hi, Beryl. Hi, Joel. Thank you all for joining. So, as I was saying, because I didn't know how to run a business, and I'm quite I like to learn. I like to learn from people who have been there and done that. So I applied for so many different learning opportunities. I've been on fellowships such as the Mandela Washington Fellowship. I've been on the African Women Entrepreneurs Cooperative. I have been on Jali, Young African Young African Leaders Initiative, and a few other leadership and entrepreneurship training. With the Mandela Washington Fellowship, I got trained at Kellogg Business School at Northwestern University, which is very close to Chicago. And professionally, I've been doing a lot of training for startups, especially because that's my field. I haven't done business for 20 years, so I can't go training things I don't know. I do what I know. And I've been working with GIZ, British Council, and some hubs in Kumasi like Harper Space, NBU Hub, my own hub, where we've been training people to start and run their own businesses. The NEIP in Ghana, for instance, is one such opportunity I had to train. So this Mind Your Business that I do, I bring to bear the experiences I've had as a startup myself. Now going on 7 years, so I don't qualify to be a startup. By God's grace, I've crossed that phase. So I'm able to help others who are still at that phase to move to the next level. I do that, through coaching, and I also do that through training. Some of you have been in my coaching programs. By God's grace, I have a group. Actually, I have a WhatsApp group of my coaching clients, and it's a fantastic group of amazing women who blow my mind. So I bring to bear these experiences and trainings, and everything I share here is from my perspective and the experiences I've had. So I may share something and maybe there might be more to it, but just remember that I'm sharing it from my point of view. So what I want to encourage you to do is to add it on to what you have already, what you know already, and run with it. It is not everything I share that may be applicable to your own particular situation, but like a book, when you buy a book, there may be stuff that you can apply, there may be stuff that you cannot. Just take what you can apply, run with it. Cool? Do I have a cool from you? Please let me know in the comments if that is cool, and I can go ahead with this conversation on how to identify a business idea. Give me a thumbs up or a cool or something. Hi, Vida. Give me cool. Okay, I know comments delay, so. Mommy, yes, I was born in secondary. I was born in secondary, grew up along the coast of Ghana. So yeah, okay, Panford says cool, thank you. I'm checking from my phone as well. Okay, Mommy, we probably went to the same school. Anyway, so today's topic, how to identify a business idea. Like I said, just in case you're now joining me, I felt this particular topic was necessary because I've had a number of people asking me about it. Amma, how do I even identify? Like, oh, Amma, I have this money. I don't know what to do. How do I identify? So like based on all these questions, I had noted that this is one of the topics I've noted longest that I will do a Mind Your Business on when the opportunity comes. So I have all these topics based on the questions that people ask me. I put all these things down and then just prepare to speak on it when the opportunity comes. Thank you, Cecilia, and everyone giving me the thumbs up. Daniela, thank you. Okay, so I'm looking here on my notes. Before I dig into it, let me give two examples of business ideas I've had and how that have had, ended up making me money. Basically, a business idea, of course, is any concept, something you think about that has the potential of making you money. That's it. Anything with the ability or potential or whatever word to make you money. And I'm going to share two of such business ideas that I had. When I started the Fabulous Woman Network in 2015, if you know my story, I did not set out to start a business. No, I had no idea that I would run a business. I didn't even know I could run a business or create something that people would want. I'm not even going to talk about low self-esteem issues and all that. That is a story for another day. But I remember I had just started the Fabulous Woman Network, and the page itself, it was then just a Facebook page. It was getting so much traction. People were following and people were liking what we're doing and sharing and all that. And then, my brother, who is our creative director, just suggested that, hey, do an event, people will come. So our first event was a private event. A second one was a conference. 300 people turned up. It was amazing. But then those were not really money-making things. They were not business ideas. They were just things I did just to try. Well, every other thing I do is trial anyway. But then I remember one time, I was having a conversation with one of my very good big sisters, mentors, friends, and I was just asking her that, a lot of people have reached out to me asking me that, oh, I want to start a business like you. I don't know how to start. First of all, what I was doing, I didn't even consider it as a business, but they thought I was running a business, and because it was becoming popular, they thought I knew it all. I had the hang of it. They didn't know how I was struggling. So I was driving with her, like she was driving. We were going to speak somewhere at a school. And I just said, you know what? A lot of people are asking me about how to start and run your own business. So I want to put together an event. You have been running your business at the time, she had been doing her business for over 10 years. So I was like, would you like to speak at that event? She said, why not? Then I contacted another mentor of mine. I was like, oh, people are reaching out, blah, blah, blah. I want to put together an event to help people start and run their own business. Would you like to speak? He also said yes. So I had two speakers. And then I was like, okay, what should I name this event? I just called it Startup 101, just off the top of my head. Usually that's what I do. I just start by brainstorming and then just coming up with a name. So I was like, okay, a startup. And 101 always means basic. So like the basics of a startup. If you are following me, please give me a thumbs up or let me know that you are with me. And so I put this together. I remember another friend in Accra just reached out when I started marketing. And me, when I'm marketing, I go crazy with it, right? Today, somebody called me Amakadon. If you know, you know. Anyway, so I remember I was marketing it, and a friend's husband just said, oh, Amma, this event, I know this young man who will be able to speak. I think you should reach out to him. I didn't have money to pay him, but I reached out, and by God's grace, he came to speak. So that was our first event called Startup 101. The lady was Marilyn Owusu. The gentleman, my mentor, was Joseph Che Ankara. And then the other gentleman who joined us later was John Amma. Some of you may have heard of it. This was in 2016. And that's how we did our first event. 82 people turned up for this event. 60 paid, the rest, I was like, oh my God. So people and the sort of people that came for that training, I was surprised. These were like people who were like there. And me, I thought I was now struggling. But apparently they all needed that knowledge. So that is when I realized that there is a need for it. And so ever since then, Startup 101, we've been doing it once a year, sometimes even 2 times. I think in 2017 or 18, we did 2 of it. And we've experimented with different versions of the same product, Startup 101. So that's product 1. I'm just telling you the story so it will sort of lead me to help you identify how to run your own business. Now, of course, in the first year, it didn't really make me money. In the second and third year, it didn't really. I don't even remember when I made money. Maybe the one we did online, But then I was in the beginning phases of the of business. I didn't really know. I mean, I'm still learning a lot about money. So Even though I didn't make a lot of money, it was good. Like the event paid for itself. Most of the events, by God's grace, they are able to just pay for it themselves, like break even. Sometimes too, I have to put in some money. If you are into events, if you do events, you understand what I mean by that. So that's the first product I'll talk about, Startup 101. The second product is can I reach it here? So my book, Networking Made Easy, which is my QT book. Let me tell you how this also came about. So I started the Fabulous Woman Network, like I mentioned. When I first came to Kumasi, I didn't really know anyone except my husband and his friends and his family. And then I remember recently my husband joked that when I first came to Kumasi, I was Samuel Duncan's wife. Now he is Amma Duncan's husband. You get it? Like I have come to now know so many people. And a friend was like, she can't believe that I said I didn't really know anyone. No, I had been to Kumasi like 3 or 4 times before I actually moved here. I used to live in Accra, so I didn't know that many people. But I remember one friend, a very, very good friend, one time, she just said it in passing. What's the word? Passing. She just said, "You are queen of networking." She just said that. I hadn't even thought of the word at the time. I think I had just returned from Yali, or I was still at Yali or something, the one at Gimpa. And she just said that. I was like, I laughed about it. But then later, I kept thinking about this whole networking thing. And I realized that in my own life, by then I hadn't been in business for long. Maybe I had been doing business for like 1-2 years. But I realized that there was that X factor that was really helping me get more business. It was the people I knew in my network. They were connecting me to jobs that I didn't even know existed. And quite apart from that, actually, every job I've ever had was when I was an employee. Like every employment I ever had was through my network. And so I decided that, you know what? I feel like I should really help people understand that no matter your qualification and all these things, if you don't have like a strong network and if you don't know how to network, you might actually be stalling. And so I remember that year, this was 2017 or maybe 16, now I've lost track. There was this event in KNUST, and then someone said, no, actually, I pitched it. I saw it in a group and I said, I want to speak at that event. I pitched it. So I reached out to them and said I wanted to speak. And then they asked, what would you speak about? Then I just said, you know what, networking, because I was going to speak to students and I felt like students especially needed to understand how to network. They needed to understand the why and how, and then also for startups. So I went to speak. It was an amazing presentation. People loved it. I met so many wonderful people, networked really well. And then it became a topic for me. So now every time I had the opportunity, people didn't have a topic for me, I'll tell them, I want to speak on networking. And then one day after doing the presentation, by then I had my first book already. I just decided, you know what, let me put this information into a QT book. And I did it. And and for selling this book, the strategy was every time I go and speak, I'll just sell it. And I made it so cute and affordable because I was targeting especially students and startups. I've sold over 1,000 copies. Maybe, I don't know, perhaps by now, 1,000 what copies. I've lost track. But and this thing really made me good money, even though it was small at the time. I think I was selling it for 10 CDs or something. It was some tiny money, but a lot of it, you do the math, 1,000 times 10. And you're saying, how much is it? Did my internet just go off? Please, can you see me well? Is the internet okay? Should I switch? I'm ready to switch if anything happens. So please let me know. Anyway, and so that's how come I came up with the book, Networking Made Easy. I was selling. And then, at the time, people would be inviting me to go and speak on it here and there. And I remember one time a school out of Kumasi invited me to go and speak on networking. And I really didn't want to travel. I was tired. I was like, I just wanted to be in Kumasi. Now Brago is calculating my money. Let me project that so other people can laugh. He said, please, I'm calculating your money. My sister, it as well. 10K, Joel, thank you. So I remember another school invited me that, hey, Amma, come and speak on it. I didn't want to go. So I decided to do a video for them. I did a video, sent it to them. And going forward, I started doing videos of the same topic for them. I was like, this thing, why don't I create an online course? And I remember Dorcas, who had then also started, Dorcas Ayesu Boahini, has started creating online courses. He also mentioned, oh, Amma, you have a book already. And she said, Amma, you have a book already, so do it. So coronavirus came. A year ago, around this time, February, I was on my way to Pakistan. I decided that, okay, on this journey, because it was going to be very long flights, and because some of us are very scared of flying, I needed an excuse to keep myself busy. So I decided that, okay, while I'm on this trip, I'll be working on the course content and everything. And then I came back, Corona hits big. I was at home for so long. I decided, hey, let me create this online course. It was my first online course on Teachable. I had done a few other online courses, but they were on Facebook. And just like that, I think about 30 or more people, 34 or so people actually bought that course. It was just a trial course on Teachable. And I had so many positive feedback just from that one idea that was just, just a small idea. I made good money. I made good money from it. So what am I saying here? Your business idea doesn't have to be complicated. And there's a formula, a simple formula for finding out what is a viable business idea. Or even, let's forget about viable, just a business idea, period. Anything that has the potential to make you money. So I have talked about 2 of my own products that I currently have and how I got to, settle on those as products. For Startup 101, it was a thought. Networking, it was a thought. It all starts from here. Like, really, sometimes I think we overthink things. It's not a big deal. So I have 3 things that I want to say that if you want to identify a business idea, the first one, find a need and meet it. Find a need and meet it. And if I can have someone just type it in the comments for me, find a need and meet it. So let me give an example of this. One of my mentees, I am so proud of him. I can talk about him over and over again. I think he's just a different breed. Like he's not like the rest of us, but I won't go into what he actually, why I'm saying that about him. Thank you, TB, thank you, Nana Brago. So this mentee was on KNUST campus. For those of you who are not in Ghana, KNUST is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. So he was, he was a student. He was on one of the blocks, and then he realized that, in Ghana we drink sachet water, pure water. Do I have one to show? Oh, I don't have, but usually I have some. And so, and students, of course, will buy the pack of sachet. I think it's in 30 pieces or so, and then they take it to their room. But then he realized that it was difficult to come by the sachet water. Like on his block, they weren't selling some. And, anytime he had to maybe walk to another block, another building to go and get it. So one day he just decided that, okay, let me buy a few more and then just get my mate to, to sell it to. He bought it and like just a few more, let's say 10. I don't remember the number, but just say 10. Within a few minutes, it was gone. Then he decided, okay, let me buy more and supply to more people. It ran so fast. And then he decided to call the truck people that bring the water. And then he started buying more. He started being a supplier, not to just his floor, but to his block and then eventually to other places. This was maybe 10 or so years ago. He told me, Amma, every week I made 500 Ghana cedis. The 500 Ghana cedis, even at the time, it was called 5 million cedis. The Ghanaians, how our money was so big. And he was a student making this money every single week, not revenue, profit. After he deducted everything, this was how much this smart boy was making on campus. What did he do? He found a need and met it. Same way, Startup 101, I realized that other women needed to learn how to start and run their own business. So I created a program and it became a thing. So the first thing, find a need and meet it. Where are you going to find the need? Around you. Don't sit in Ghana and be looking at people's needs that you don't know about. it has to be. And when I say around you, I don't mean only physically around you. It can also be virtually around you. But just make sure you are in that community so you can see the need. So that's the first one. Find a need and meet it. The second one, find a problem and solve it. If someone can put that in the comments, please. Find a problem and solve it. Find a problem and solve it. Thank you to all those who comment. Hi, Julia. Okay, so let's talk about the problem with an example. Another, this time, not my mentee, but actually a mentor of mine, used to be in a certain business school in Ghana. And she was doing her MBA. You know, MBA, especially for that school, MBA students don't have time. They are like big people, ministers and things. They don't have time, right? So they got to the class, the teacher gives them a book list. And those of you who went to University of Ghana, this school is not University of Ghana, but you know, in Legon, there's book trust or something, Legon book trust, that books were so cheap. You know, students can just go and carry all the books. But for the people, so she went to get her books from there. But then she realized her mates who were ministers and busy CEOs, they didn't have time to go and get the books and they were struggling. So she just decided, okay, all of you, give me your book list, give me money. She went and then got all the books everybody needed. She became a book supplier to her colleagues, her mates. She was just supplying. For the 2 years that this woman was in that school, she was just a supplier. What did she do? She found a problem that people had and she met it. So it became a so she's a business tycoon already. She didn't really need to continue that. I mean, she so many problems. You cannot tell me, oh, I can't. Internet, be stable in Jesus' name. I'm praying over the internet. So you can just look around, open your eyes. There are so many needs. Some people are saying, oh, and these days there are so many coaches. Of course, there are so many coaches because people have needs. People have mindset issues, people have health issues, people have relationship issues. Which people can solve them? Coaches. You see, speaking of coaches, maybe you are so amazing at something, or maybe you've recently lost weight and everybody around you is odd and they want to know how you did it. You don't have to go to school to go and learn coaching. You just have to, look, you can take a course, a short course somewhere, learn the processes and do it. Network is bad now. My people, how is the network? Please let me know. Is it stable now? Or should I switch to another network? I have two of the top networks in Ghana, and yet it is well. Speaking of finding a problem and solving, I was just sitting here preparing, and as I could, I was struggling to use the internet. I was like, Amma, this internet situation has tormented you for so long. Are you sure that it's only these giant companies in the country that can solve this internet problem? I was just thinking to myself, for all you know, it is not that wonderful like we think. Oh, for all you know, who wants to solve the internet problem in Ghana with me? Marceline, do you want to solve the internet problem with me? Mami Otua, Paul. Marceline says I should switch. Okay, so let me switch, guys. It will just take a second and I will be back. It is well with my soul. Hey, I'm back. So I have switched from the yellow people to the red people. Please let me know in the comments how is it. Let me also check actually. Okay, I think it's working. I think it's working. Yay! What can't he do? Jesus. Okay. So where was I? Let me check my notes. Yeah, so this internet problem in Ghana, my people. Shall we put our heads together and fix it? Because yeah, we are tired. Huh? We are tired of internet always going off. These days, when I'm doing Zoom calls and stuff, I'm always telling my students, oh, by the way, if I go off, it will take me a few seconds to switch back. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so I've talked about the first way to identify a business idea. That is find a need and meet it. Find a problem and then solve it. And the third and final one is find a desire and quench it. A desire. A desire. What do you desire? Hi, Ramat. Ramat, I froze there, but I'm back now. What do you desire? Thank you, Ramat. Do you know what you desire? Before coming, I had to sit and think, what do I desire now? Okay, so let me talk about desires. Where's my notes? So another lady whose story I've actually shared on the Fabulous Woman Network. She was a student at UDS, University of Development Studies, and she said that she like in her room she knew how to make meat pies, so she used to make it for herself. Her roommates had a stove, so they were able to make it themselves. And every time they made it, the smell was so nice that the neighbors, neighbors on campus, they would come and then take some. At a point, they couldn't sustain always people coming and taking all of their pie. So they decided to make it and sell to the floor mates, like just make a little more. And then people started, like it became a hot thing on campus. Like people would always, every morning, hot pie, people would come for it and come for it and come for it. As at the time I was interviewing her, the lady had actually she had left campus. She was back in Kumasi and she had about 20 or so employees selling pies and breakfast and other. Maybe you may have seen her story, already prepared breakfast. That was how I titled it. This woman was making money. This young lady was making money selling, breakfast and catering to people. At the time she started, she was a student. Now, this was a desire. The pie at the time was not a need. The students could have survived without the pie. They could have eaten their usual bread or something. Like if you're a student, pie is like a luxury. It's not, or maybe me, mom, I was broke. But if I'm really, really super hungry, a pie is not what I'll think of eating. Like I'll go for some wachi or some kenke, something that will fill me proper. Well, maybe pie too does that for me actually. But then the student desired it and she gave it to them. And through that, she made money. Okay. Just today, I had a conversation with her. Incidentally, she has finished her national service. I asked her what she's doing. She says she's opened her own eatery in Accra. Young lady. I don't think she's 26. Young lady. Very smart. She started this way back. She's doing so well. And I'm so proud of her. Just today as well, I was speaking to another very smart lady I know who has finished school and she's just waiting on someone to employ her. Everybody and their own. I just want to say this. Look, don't sit and wait. There are opportunities around you. You just have to find them. These earrings that some of you are always commenting, oh, Amma, it's nice and nice. How did they come about? I have a lady that I've been living with for about almost 10 years now. She's my housekeeper. She's amazing. And we were exploring different things she could do. This was about 4 or so years ago because I didn't want her to just be my housekeeper. I thought she could do more. And so I one day, I don't know, I was just sitting here. I think I saw a Sabie Isi's ad or something. And I just called my lady and asked, don't you want to learn how to make these accessories? She said yes. I didn't even know whether she could or not, but she said yes. And through that, I actually organized an event. So I wanted the class for her, but I organized it, got other women on board, and then got them all trained. And then she started making these. So she was just making a few internet. I see myself doing, how is it? Please let me know. So she was just making a few of these, and anytime I traveled, like if I'm going to South Africa, wherever, America, wherever, I would just take a few and go and sell, because she didn't really have a market. She didn't really know how to sell and everything. These are not needs. They are accessories that I can live without, or I can wear smaller ones. They are luxury things. I mean, they are not necessities to me. But now she's making them, she's supplying one of you here. She actually supplies to you all the way in another country. And how did that even come about? Because people would always see me and say, ah, ma, that is nice. And I'll tell them, oh, my lady makes it. And then she will make it and I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it. It's not really something I'm super serious about, but she is doing it and she's doing well. So now she supplies to people. My sister, you cannot sit there and tell me that there's no job. If you open your eyes well, you go see job. Grace Ann, there was a little glitch, but it's back now. As you are praying, please pray for me. At least today, ECG is on. ECG! Okay. So I've talked about the 3 key things. Find a need and meet it. Find a problem, solve it. Find a desire and quench it. In the same vein, speaking of desire, girls trip 2019, we took a girls trip to Dubai, and then 2020 we wanted to go to Singapore, Bali, and Dubai. I went to do the recce. I went to check the place out. Ooh, ladies, you want to go to Bali? Ooh, Bali. Bali was amazing. Bali was beautiful. And Singapore. Anyway, by the way, we could have survived, or we are surviving without these trips. So they are not needs, but they are desires. People wanted them. And so because of that, we created the event. You get what I mean? So yes, you can actually create something that people just want. They don't need it to survive, but they want it because maybe they want to go and rest or whatever. They want to go and have fun or whatever. You can create stuff around these. Don't overthink it. Just look around you. So these are the things I want to say. Please, the problem that you are looking to, like you solve, it may not be your own problem. It may not be something that will pinch you, but you may notice that other people are facing it. That's also fine. It doesn't always have to be your own problem. This is just by the way, okay? So as you are going around, like somebody said, shine your eyes. You shine your eyes. Open your eyes wide, shine them and be like, hey, Charlie, what are people's problems? And I remember being at Northwestern University. One of the things, was it an exercise or something that they made us do was in the morning as you are coming to work, as you wake up and you're coming to school, identify the problems. And it's really like that. You just have to pay attention. Identify the things that you see along the way, the things that may be problems that need solving. That's all. That's all. Like I can tell you one easy problems that writers have. Writers like me, I do a lot of marketing on my own, so I don't particularly have this problem. But I know a lot of writers who cannot sell their own books. Either they are too busy with something else. You can be the one selling. I used to do that. I used to take my mentor's books and all that, go from office to office selling. At the time, I was doing it primarily because I wanted to sharpen my selling skills. I had just been in corporate. In corporate, I wasn't selling. I was in HR. And I really wanted to polish my selling skills. I wanted to be brave and be able to go to places I was scared of and still sell. I remember going to one place, one particular bank, and then that entire block, it was like an entire block, not a single person, but a book from that block. And I remember them looking at me. I'm sure some of them were like, this girl, she quit her job to come and sell. Yeah, I did. And I'm doing it so happily. So it doesn't have to be something like, just look around you, get books and sell. Recently, one of the ladies I coach was telling me that, she doesn't know if her business is a business because she just gets people's clothes and advertises them. So this is her model. She doesn't own clothes herself. She will get pictures from different people, their clothes, and then she will post them on her WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram and all. And then when people order, she arranged to get them to them. And she thought this was not a business. I was like, what? That is such a smart business. You are distributing or retailing or whatever word you like for other people. That is so smart. Even the risk is lesser because you are not having to travel to wherever to go and buy them. You are just sitting here. You are taking from people. Like, you know how all these Amazon and things, they are just taking from people. People put their products there, they sell for them. That is smart. That is a great business model. And a lot of times your profit is even better than people who manufacture it themselves. I heard of plastics, like the companies that actually produce plastic against the companies that make buy them and then go and sell. The profits, they so vary. Yes, Nana Brago, no inventory cost. You don't even have to worry about where to keep the inventory. You don't have to worry. You just make the arrangement. At a point, I was actually doing that. I was selling sanitizers for people. I had some, but there were orders that I directly took to the factory. I never had to worry about it. Delivery handles it. You get your nice cash, you sit on it, and you check your how far with it. So I see people when they want to start business and everybody wants to manufacture something. I don't get it. Why do we all want to manufacture? For instance, what's her name? She was watching. I don't know if she's still here. Ramat. Ramat does cocoa, Hausa cocoa, and nicely packaged, all these very nicely branded. Why don't you contact her and say, hey, woman, trust me with your product. Let me be your distributor in, let's say, Upper West or Takrady or something. Yeah. And like, we don't all have to produce. The fact that you know how to make something amazing doesn't mean we all have to make it. You can be the one selling for other people. Like I said, when I'm traveling, I take even dresses, earrings and stuff. I go and sell. When I'm returning, I bring stuff, I come and sell. I don't have to be the one manufacturing. So let's not overthink it. This whole business thing. There are lots of people with inventory, especially the shops who have clothes and stuff. They need help to sell. The issue is sometimes trust, trusting the people to sell and all that might be something. But if you have a good relationship, if they know you, they can trust you. It's a good business model. So please, my sister, do not, or my brothers, just in case, if you are looking for business, don't overthink it. Just shine your eyes like this. So a few questions I want you to reflect on. Where is that my notes? Reflect on these and then answer them, because God willing, next week I will continue. So first of all, start from you yourself. What do I need? Ask yourself this question. What do I need? And please, if I may have someone putting in these reflective questions, that just think about it. What do you need? You yourself, what do you need? And then ask yourself, do other people need it too? What do I need? Do other people need it too? Ramat says, fantastic idea. Ramat is the lady I was talking about who, let me put you on the screen. Ramat does Hausa cocoa, Picasso powder, not Abenquine, the other Nquine. Groundnut soup mix and all these things. You can support her in selling them wherever you are. This is Ramat. Look at her. Well, go and look for her. Tell her, Ramat, please, let me give your business a shot. My books, for instance, I gave it to some people. Some people, I never heard from them again, but it was just a trial. I just wanted to see. So yes, you may have some people who won't be truthful. Maybe out of 10 people, 2 may not be. That will just be the risk you take. Let's just give people benefit of the doubt, okay? So that's Ramat. If you are interested in selling her fantastic stuff. Okay, so let's go on. The first question was, what do I need? Do other people need it too? Is it readily available? If it's something that's readily available, then you can ask yourself, okay, is there room for improvement? Because the reason that you are struggling to find it may be that it is not really readily available, or maybe the price range or something. So as I was thinking about this question, I thought to myself, what do I really need now? I need an assistant for my social media. Like I have already hired a team, but I still need more for where I want to get to. I also need a writer. I need an editor. So these things are things I need. You may have your own need. So then I asked myself, okay, are these people already available? In my community, in our Facebook community, we have almost 5,000 people on our Facebook page. We have thousands of, like, I know so many people that I know if I put it out there, I can easily find answers. Yeah. So I'm just giving you ideas of you writing the questions down and then trying to get answers for themselves. The second one is, which problem do I need? Or which problem do I have? Sorry, which problem do I have? Do other people have it too? Is there a solution already? Or is there a room for improvement? And I thought in my own life, which problem do I have apart from internet? I think the internet is definitely my number one problem. Apart from that, another problem I have as a mother is finding clothes for my children. It's really a problem for me. Okay, Ramat has put her number, so I'm just going to advertise it. If you're interested in retailing for Ramat, just reach out. Don't be shy. Charlie, Mawenimbrio, let your eyes be red. Eh? How do you say that properly in English? Mawenimbrio, because you cannot sit there and say I'm broke. Like how? You gotta do what you gotta do. Your kids need to eat. Then you need to pay their school fees. You need to look good. You're a child of God. You can't go begging. So do what you gotta do. Oh, Nana Brago, you've already blessed me in so many ways, and only God knows. So anyway, thank you. God bless you. So, I was talking about the problem. So for me, getting clothes for my children is a serious challenge. Now, I mean, thankfully, we are able to sew made in Ghana because, of course, I love made in Ghana clothes. But for other things like 90s and stuff, I'm always looking for someone who is returning. And I'm like, oh, please bring. So you should see me when I travel abroad. It's like I want to go and buy the whole shop, a whole suitcase full of clothes. Sometimes, especially 90s for my children alone, and socks and things like that. Charlie, I can't believe it's so difficult to get 90s, like PJs. Why? Why is that so difficult? And things like leggings. Hey, please let me lay bare my wahala. Maybe someone sells them. I need leggings. My daughter is 12, but she's my height. She's just smaller than me. My son needs PJs. Please, just in case you know someone, I beg you. I mean, desperado needs. So these are my problems. Getting close to my children. Now I'm thinking, is there room for improvement? Maybe is there a solution already? Maybe there are other shops, but the truth is I always go and what I find are for kids. Like they are not catering to my age, my kids' age, So that is the problem. Then the last one is, what do you desire? You personally, what do you desire? Ask yourself, the thing you desire, do others desire it too? Are they readily available? Like me, dear. As I sit here, the truth is what I really desire for myself this month. Let me describe it to you. A very, very beautiful, cool garden. I said cool, not sunny. Cool, because I really need it to be cool. Very beautiful with flowers and serene and quiet with birds, a few birds, not noisy birds like the crows in my home, but calm, who would sing nicely, and a very nice cottage, overlooking maybe the lake or a stream or whatever, something small, very beautiful and private, where I can just go and hide with my family and then just sleep all day, all night. Oh, they must have Wi-Fi because we need to do some things. That is what I need. Now, I know that these are, for what I know, they are available along the coast, like Cape Coast, Accra, Ebri, have all these things I desire. But I don't want to travel all the way. I want to have it in Kumasi or around. So just recently, I went on Airbnb. I started looking and wasn't happy with what I had. I'm actually meant to reach out to my friends who live in Obuasi to see if there's such a thing. Just something nice and beautiful without having to travel. So this is something I desire. And so I can ask myself, is this something other people desire? Maybe what I can do is actually find such a place and be a salesperson for them, like sell it to other people and make money. You get my thinking here. So whatever it is that you desire, see around you, do other people desire it? Maybe you are living in the US, like Nana, and then you desire this sweet snack we have in Ghana. Nkati cake. So it's cake like peanuts butter cake. I don't know. They add sugar and it's really nice. Maybe you desire it. And then maybe in a conversation, you just bring it up and your friends also say, hey, that Ghanaian thing is nice. So then you say, okay, let me try and make it and see. I know big women that we look up to who are making shito and selling it on the side in the US. So just look around you. It's not like people need shit up to survive. It's just a desire they have. Without it, they'll be fine. They have the McDonald's and all these other things. But if you make it for them, they will buy and you'll be shocked. And so, my sisters, these are the three things: a need, a problem, a desire. You've got to just open your eyes and then look for it and then fix it. Let me see if I can see. Okay, Nana Brago, thank you. Boachi says, what do I need? I need money. The money is for something. The money is a means to an end. So see if that thing I need, can I get it another way? And Boachi, I think a couple of weeks ago, I did, my Mind Your Business was how to find resources to fund your business. So please check it out. It might be helpful. Now Molekwe says, first time here. Welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to see you. She said she's been following Amma since 2016. Let me project that. You are good at what you do. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Nana Bravo says, I know, pa, so yum, yum. Yes. Amma, we need Shito. You see? You see? So if there is someone sitting, like I remember when I used to live in the UK, one big need for us was hair, getting someone to make our hair. I remember I used to go and do something. I think something so simple that in Ghana, maybe 20 cedis. I used to pay like 40 pounds. This was like 12 years ago. Can you imagine? You see why I've cut my hair? Sisters, this was not working. So this is it really. God willing, next week we'll continue with this particular topic of helping you to identify a business idea. And some of you, your problem may be that, okay, I have a lot of ideas. What should I do? Which one should I pick? A lot of my clients come with this problem. God willing, next week, I'll give you a few tips. I hope this has been of value to you. And for those of you who really need up-close help, so I do the Mind Your Business to be able to help people, generally anyone who listens to my video and gets a few tips to apply. But I can work with you up close through my coaching. I do one-on-one business coaching, and I also do group coaching for startups. So one-on-one business coaching, you have me, I have your attention, or you have my attention for a whole hour. Each session is 1 hour where we'll talk about your business needs, and I will answer as many as possible, help you brainstorm and all that. I also do the group coaching for startups, and that is always after every 2 or 3 months. The next one starts in April. If you know that you either want to start your new business, or you are battling with even how to start, or you are not sure, or anything around business, I don't do mindset coaching, but I can connect you to some amazing coaches in my network. If it has to business, if it has to do with business and you starting your business, I am your girl, lady. I am your girl. I've actually done one-on-one coaching for men. For some reason, the men prefer to do it away from the women. But for the women, I'll be more than happy to help you. Mami Brago, I need to, Nana Brago, sorry. I need to project. You said what? In Atlanta, it's not Atlanta, Atlanta, we need a seamstress that doesn't charge $150 for kaba and slate. Ah, my sister, how? This breaks my heart. Rama says, please come to Cape Coast. I've got a beautiful Airbnb house you love to be in. Take a shot. Oh, Ramat, I would love to. It's just that I don't want to travel. That is my own. Because I know there are so many fabulous places. I just don't want to travel for this vacation. You know how you travel? Like sometimes you either fly or you drive for 4 or 5 hours. You come and you are knackered. Like, what is the point in going on vacation if the trip back will make you tired? So that's why for this particular one, I don't want to travel. Ramat also says, great session. I am happy. I mean, I just pray that this will be of value to you. Hey, can you believe that Google is asking me if they should quit my thing that I'm still doing? I'm not quitting there. Hi, Nara. Thank you for joining. Guys, let me sign off before they just kick me out. So thank you so much for watching. God willing, same time next week, I will come your way and we will do some more. Let's mind our businesses and do the best we can, okay? God has got us. Bye.